switch up this battery real quick. But yeah, man.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's it. Like going into those nuclear missile scriptures, because that's what Esau's gonna use to take down this society, man. To take down his own society, really. That's gonna be part of the downfall of his kingdom. Okay, it's gonna be him going into nuclear war with himself. Okay, let's get on Psalm 7. Because the Most High put it in the minds of these German scientists to create that only at the end to destroy themselves. Okay. Psalm 7, start at verse 11. The Most High judges the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordaineth the arrows against the persecutors. All right, so those arrows are speaking about the nuclear missiles. Right? So the Most High ordained that. He ordained them to create that. Okay? Because you have to be a real sick, destructive person to even create a weapon like that. Okay? But that's Esau Edom for you. Alright? So the Most High used them to create that, right? Only for his own destruction. So it says, and they're known as what? The arrows in the scriptures, the glittering sword, right? The fiery serpent. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. Right? Esau Edom. Right? He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made, man. So he made that pit. Right? His whole plan was to create that nuclear missile, right? To threaten, to bully all these different other nations. Not only to threaten, but he used it too, just for fun. On the Ammonites, the so-called Japanese, all right. He actually dropped bombs, testing out his atomic bombs, all right, right. He was testing out that technology, all right. But now they've perfected it, so now they have the ICBM missile, all right, which is the intercontinental ballistic missile, which can go from continent to continent. So that is going to fulfill the scriptures. The Most High is the one that gave him that understanding to do that. Right? Gave him the spirit to create that. Okay? And it says, behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit, and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pit. Now, what's an example of his violent dealing? What he did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That was an example of the so-called white man's violent dealings, man. All right. So that's going to come down upon his own head. He's going to actually, the Russians, even his own allies are going to shoot missiles on him, man. All right. Even Britain is going to shoot missiles on America. All right, all these other nations are going to turn on America, man. Even his allies, man. Okay. It says, I will praise Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Come, we're going to be like Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahweh Shai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahweh Shai, Koholo Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. We're going to be saying that, right, when that happens, according to his righteousness, and we'll sing praise to the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and Most High. So that's it, man. That's it. Okay? So Esau Edom, man, his rulership is stupid, man. Okay? The ICBM missiles are already created. Alright? We already see things that the society is breaking down. Right? We see Esau getting ready to push that propaganda. And when he does that, that's when the Most High is going to lift up a standard, when he comes down on us. Alright? As it says in Revelations, the 12th chapter. Right? The Most High is going to lift up a standard and protect his men. Excuse me. Okay? Because this is the time of the victory. Man. This is the time that Israel is going to win, man. Okay? And when I say Israel, I'm not speaking about the whole nation, because not all Israel is of Israel. All right? I'm speaking about the elect. Okay? The elect is going to win, man. At the end of the day, now, what do we have to be martyrs? What do we have to be put to death? All right? Pray for the Most High to give us a strong spirit in that time. All right? You know? That's it, man. All right? But Lord, even if that happens, guess what? We're going to be raised right back up again. Okay? But we gotta be strong in this thing, man. But we gotta know that Esau Edom is coming with his propaganda, man. He been setting up to get us, man. All right? Esau's been setting up to get us, man. And I feel like also another thing that's coming too is Jacob's trouble, man. Because Esau has that set up too, man. Right? He keeps putting all these so-called black entertainers off blast, right? For things that are a lot, man. When you speak about pedophilia, man, all right? That's going rampant in Hollywood, man. The producers and all that shit, that's rampant right now, okay? I'm not talking about teenagers, man. I'm talking about they're dealing with kid babies down there, man. That's 5-year-old, 6-year-old. They're doing that shit, right? But they don't make no documentary on that. They don't make a documentary about the Catholic Church, man. All right? No, but they want to make a damn documentary about some grown-ass women, right? Who are fans of the nigga, all right? They want to go follow the dude, man. They want to make a documentary about that. Speaking about R. Kelly, man. Come on, man. All right? But to me, that's all propaganda. I believe Esau's going to use that for the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay? He's going to use that to actually come down on Jacob and feel justified. All right? Because when Esau does something, he needs to justify himself to the people. Okay? That's why when he came to the Native Americans. How did he come to Gad? He came and then he said, "What? They're savages, man." That was his justification for murder, rape, robbery. That's it. That's how the so-called white man gets down, man. First he demonizes you. He puts propaganda out, and these people are so they're the la la land. All right. So whatever they see on the news, they believe it right away, face value. Okay. But when we see things, man, we're able to discern and say, nah, that's bullshit. Okay, that's correct. All right, Esau, that's a plan that he has. I can see what he's doing with that. All right? But these people, they can't do that. They can't discern from that. All right? When they look at that, they just see it. They believe everything they see on CNN, Fox News. Okay, we can see behind it. We can see the propaganda behind it. Let's get Psalm 64 real quick. All right, this is Psalm 64, and I'll start at verse 1. It reads, "Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer preserve my life from the fear of the enemy." All right, who's the enemy? Esau Edom. All right, so-called white man's the enemy, man. All right, and his woman. And it says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." So they have secret counsels, man. All right. When I said that they're plotting against us, plotting to come against us, they're having secret counsels, man. All right. They're having meetings, the UN meetings. All right. You Jakes aren't invited to no UN meeting. All right. And in certain of their meetings, they really leave a seat open for a demon, man. All right. For Satan. All right. They actually do that. Okay. So they have those are the secret counsels of the wicked, and it says, "Who whet their tongue like a sword," and that's what they're doing now. They're whetting their tongue like a sword. To whet means to sharpen their tongue. All right, so they're coming up with a different propaganda. That's whetting their tongue like a sword. Okay, they're preparing for that propaganda because right along with that propaganda, like the elder said, when Esau Edom, the so-called white man, played victim. Get ready for the sword. The sword is going to come right after they play victim. All right? That's how it happens. All right? It says, your example is that girl, Caitlin Bennett from the InfoWars, man. She was trying to play victim. All right? Brothers was bringing out the scriptures. She's like, that's why we need guns. But they weren't speaking about doing that. They didn't say they were going to do that to her. All right? But that's her playing the victim. All right, and they've been doing that from the time of slavery. Emmett Till, what happened to Emmett Till, man? Emmett Till, that 14-year-old, what they would consider a boy in the society, was brutally killed, murdered, because some Edomite said he whistled at him. So the white woman said he whistled, the so-called white woman. Okay? So we know how the Edomites do things, man. They play the victim. Okay? And it says, let me say, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So they shoot in secret at the perfect, which is who? Which is us. All right? The Israelites are the perfect. Okay? It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? All right? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. And Esau thinks deep. All right? When he wants to oppress you and do something, and wants to destroy you, he thinks deep. That's why you Israelites are in the state that you're in now, man. You have to be thinking deep to create genocide, to create a system where these people willingly commit genocide to themselves. I'm speaking about abortions, man. All right? Because that's promoted in which neighborhoods, man? That's the Israelite. That's promoted in the Israelite neighborhood. And they actually sat down and had a council about that, man. Okay? Look at the quotes of Margaret Sanger, man. They actually sat down and had a councils about that. You have to be thinking in deep evil, all right? Like you see the cartoons, like that type of shit. That's Esau Edom, man. All right? That's Esau Edom, man. And you have to be thinking on that level to do the things that